Hello. Hi. Welcome to Take a Shot.
Because God knows I need a shot after yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of
Did you unmute?
shots. I totally
Awesome.
unmuted.
Cool. I'm just gonna keep asking.
No, that's fine. You're valid in this because I have started many a session where it's like, and I didn't. Hey,
Boot back at you,
nerdy!
nerdy.
Boopity boop 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 boop
All right.
boop.
Yes. Hi. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. It's only afternoon, my dude.
Well, for
It's evening.
us.
It's evening for other people, possibly.
You mean at 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
How about good times?
Time zones are a thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Because actually, in California, it is still morning. And even in Hawaii and Alaska.
Yes, and then in other places in the world too.
This is true.
But,
Yeah.
but yes, I am newcomer to the stream, and the Zach Galifianakis your mother says you already have at home, comic book Joker.
Wait a minute. Didn't you do that yesterday?
No, I didn't say. I didn't introduce myself at all yesterday.
You know
No.
what? I really should get you guys to start introducing yourselves.
Yeah.
I started, but then I stopped, and then I was like,
Yeah,
oh, God.
you were doing good about it. I think we had gotten in the habit, and then I think like we came back from break, and then it was just like the habit was forgotten. We just forgot about it.
Yeah, we tried. We started, and then it just failed, and so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'm Cymerk, for anybody who doesn't know.
Um,
Hi.
I'm Junie. I am just Junie. That's it. Just Junie.
Just
Nothing else
Junie.
more. Just plain old, regular, right off the shelf.
Nothing,
Junie.
nothing important. Nothing like I don't know, this being a storyteller. Nothing like that.
No.
Just Junie.
I am not that popular or important. Because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have a story to tell.
Well, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a story to fuck up.
That's if I had a story. I mean, I've learned with everyone that has been at this table, especially Nerdy, who is currently, in chat. I'm done. I don't make plans anymore.
Nope.
I make basic outlines. Once I had Rono and Nerdy running up to a tree to try and do premonition on it, and one did a premonition on the tree, the other one did a premonition on the other person, which was a chained premonition. There's only so much premonition I can handle anymore.
Yeah.
So I do it to everyone else. And fuck you, Nerdy.
We love you, Nerdy, and we miss you. So, yeah. Yesterday. Good time. Solid. Very solid. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad, nothing concerning. Nobody made any oopsies. None at all.
You know what? All I have to say is that, yeah. I honestly think the next time I have to roleplay Penny, I am literally just going to bring a whiskey, put it right next to me, and every time she's got to be it, I'll be just bringing up the thing and doing the drinks.
I want to push the Penny angle. I really do, but I'm trying not to.
Are you kidding? You brought Gabe into this now. You're
I know.
going to
Now,
push the
now
Penny.
Gabe is going to push the Penny angle because Gabe doesn't care.
This is true, because he has absolutely no invested interest in this whatsoever.
Nope. All right, but before we get into that, we started our night, and Tommy had a little rat friend at his door, which he's like, oh, it's a rat, that's fun. And the rat was like, hey, follow me. And Tommy was like, oh, you're a rat, that's weird.
You're a changing, shifting rat.
Because
even
Tommy's
weirder.
not that kind of nos.
Nah.
And it's early and he's hungry and he's stupid, so... But he figured it out eventually. Followed the rat. Which led him to Waneka's tent city, where he had a conversation, trying to ask about some information regarding some missing people, including Juggler and Modius, the Baron and Prince, respectively, down in Gary. And, oh, thanks for the hype train. Woo! Thanks for the bits.
Yeah.
And when Echo was like, well, you should probably go there and like talk with the other Nas and see what's going on. And Tommy's like, yeah, that's smart. And then when Echo was also like, oh, by the way, your little squirrel friend, I don't like the glitter. And Tommy's like, nobody likes the glitter. So.
Not even the sire, not even the squirrel sire.
Nope. So Tommy left, called up the coterie, was like, Avengers assemble. Daly called up Kyle because Tommy did not have information for him, although maybe he did, I don't know. And we all met up at Daly Tower. And from there was a couple discussions happening.
Well, first off, do you want to point out that Olivia was brought in?
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
do that. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
I was gonna get there. So we met up there. There was a couple conversations that were happening. And instead of Melody showing up at the tower, it was Olivia, who explained that Melody was more or less grounded because of all of the poor life choices she was making. So, Kyle, do you want to take over some of the conversation that happened? Because I know that you and Morgan had a bit of a...
Yeah. What we got there. Everybody was all, hey, we got this. You have this thing you got to do? Cool. We also have this thing that we got to do. That's basically the same thing. So,
should do it
you know,
together.
it's like we're clearly not completely opposed to helping each other out. So let's keep helping each other out. And then Morgan was all, hey, you seem to know things. Let me ask you a thing. And
It's true.
that
Just
led to
broke
like
down.
the first huge like if it were somebody who had more skepticism in them than Morgan, it probably would have been the first real red flag that Kyle may not be an anarch. Because he knew a lot. He knew a lot about the Camarilla.
He sure did.
Yeah.
He sure did. Knew a lot and just gave him this beautiful
just like-
kind of come to Kane meeting a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a whole company kids like, yeah, Morgan outlined everything he had there. And Kyle was like, yeah, this is great. This is fantastic. He fucking played you.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Yeah. You, my poor neonate, got played by an Ancilla with enough political savvy to already be a prince.
Yeah, and I think I think that whole situation, because Morgan I know had been struggling with like, oh, I'm gonna have to give my allegiance to someone, and I don't really want to. I want to keep playing the middle ground, and I think that having that conversation with Kyle kind of showed him why he needs to take certain measures.
Well, it's storyteller interjection for a moment. He's always relying. Well, I have contracts with the prince. I have a deal with the prince. I have this with the prince.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad that Kyle went.
Yeah.
But did
Nothing-
you read the fine print?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, no, it's not that you didn't read the fine print. It's that you didn't ask for fine print to even be added.
That's fair. The
Yeah.
the subtext, I guess.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing that Kyle pointed out was the lack of specific wording. Nothing in here says that it's permanent.
Yeah.
Nothing in here says how long he will accept this. Nothing
And
said.
I
which
like
is-
that you also were like, oh, and that's just for this prince.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like where it's like it doesn't say in perpetuity, and I'm going. Somebody got it.
I may have some experience with the cam.
But the thing is that, and I love this because he was always like, well, I have a deal. This makes me immune to. I have a deal. This makes me immune to. You have a deal does not make you immune to.
Clearly, Morgan has not seen The Empire Strikes Back. I am altering the deal. Pray I do not
I
alter it further.
further.
Yep. Yep. No, and I really hope that was a wake up call for him. I really do, because I think if that I'm glad that Kyle did that 1,000%. And I like, as a player, I don't know if the rest of us could have done it better than that. You did great. So there was that conversation, and while that was going on, Olivia had gone over to Penny, correct, to kind of like
Poor Penny.
be a nice person, I guess, and try to talk to her. And Penny's like, "Oh no, it's fine. Ha ha ha. Everything's all good. No wrong here.
Yeah.
Oops, all Fiorenza." Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kyle picked up because that happened before the private conversation. Because Kyle was still in the room. He was able to heighten senses, eavesdropping. Just be like ears on, eyes on. Okay, you're not lying, but you're sure as shit hiding something.
yeah. And meanwhile, Tommy, who knows, like, that she's there because of that, is like,
Mm-hmm. You're like,
that's right. It's all good. It's all perfectly fine.
yeah.
I mean, for Penny, it's more the fact of, look, technically he's my last, she hopes he's, her last job that she has to do before she becomes Kindred. But at the same point, it's like, she doesn't really get a whole lot of time to turn around and train him because he's always busy and doing shit. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
Yep. Well, and like, it's also Morgan Daly. So
and
that's in and of itself.
And she's trying to make sure that everything down in the basement is blowing up as well.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole ass thing too.
Yeah.
And when you've got a Kindred that has an app on their phone that buzzes when they have bad ideas, because a mage went, "Oh God, you have a lot of bad ideas. How about we make an app that's connected to your head that could go, oh, this is a bad idea. Let's warn you ahead of time."
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm like, me as a player, super want to see that. Super just want to see that.
And every time that sound goes off, Penny jumps going, "What's he doing now? And how am I ever going to get out of this assignment? Because yeah."
That's the NPC I'm focusing on. Last season it was Boblin. This season it's Penny.
Poor Penny.
Yeah.
Boblin's just, not... Boblin's more of a major background this season so far, which is a good thing. I can only handle being Boblin for so long with all that hype.
Yeah. Understandable. So following that, they all get into one of Daly's cars being driven by Penny, and they make their way out to Gary. I believe Kyle took his bike separately.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, Kyle did for a number of reasons. One, he likes his bike.
Mm-hmm.
Two, if somebody attacks the big vehicle, there's somebody who can see the big vehicle and shoot the people attacking the big vehicle.
Which is fair.
Yeah.
Not always smart to all travel in the same vehicle. We've probably should have learned that lesson by now, but we haven't.
We haven't, and I don't think we will anytime soon.
It's all right.
This is a thing.
Players just tend to be like, ooh, one vehicle, convenience!
Look, there's always that fine line of, like, split the party, don't split the party. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So, sometimes it's good to have a minor split, just
Yeah.
a small split as a treat.
Yeah. So, speaking of splitting the party, we got to Gary, what was the section? I can't remember the name of it that we were in.
It was called the Depot.
The depot. So we got to the depot, where there was different stores that were all basically Kindred puns.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Tommy's like, all right, well, I'm gonna go check out where the Nos hang out, and they decided to split the party, with Olivia going with Tommy, which made a lot of sense considering her connections with Elizabeth and such, and then Kyle went with Morgan. And
Which
Kyle
also makes sense because of, the previous heart to heart.
Yes, exactly. It did make sense. And Kyle had been texting one of his contacts.
Two of them, actually. Yeah. Because when you have somebody who's some familiar with Anarch workings, whose name I have managed to successfully not have to drop on stream yet.
That's fine. I can't wait.
I'm waiting for that.
And somebody that is and the person who sent him on the mission in the first place, I have both of these people who have one of whom has a vested interest in seeing this done, and the other one I know will help me. Let me see what I can get here.
Yeah. So you begin to make your way towards the bookshop initially, correct? While Olivia and Tommy went to the Nos area.
Yeah, we get back on the bike, and it's like a minute and a half extra driving, but now the bike is closer to the bookshop. So so it's like if shit went sideways,
it's just a little rearranging of where things are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Tommy and Olivia go into the shop. And Tommy had picked up that each different shop was marked with C or A depending on your faction affiliation, but the Nos did not. And Tommy was talking to somebody, met a Nos that was in there and started offered some information exchange, might have name dropped somebody just because he knows it's interesting. And didn't really find out too much outside of maybe go and talk to Anita, which Tommy had intended on doing anyway. So it kind of worked out. And while that was going on, Morgan and Kyle went to the bookshop where Anita was.
Sorry, I'm adding something under world building to give you kind of like an idea of the map of what the depot looked like. It's an open concept idea.
Got it. So when you guys went in there, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. I don't remember much of the initial conversation of that, though. Do you, Kyle?
The conversation about what we were getting from the Baron?
Yeah.
Kyle went there just wanting as much information as possible as to the potential and last known whereabouts of Juggler and Modius.
Right. And I don't remember the names of what you got from that.
Didn't really get a whole lot in the way of names of individual kindred. He did get information on the fact that the Camarilla have a vanguard force in the city. Got that Juggler's child has taken a stake in the city also.
Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Juggler's child, whose name completely escapes me at the moment.
Juggler's child is as if I only had. Actually, I've got it right here. Evelyn Steffens.
That was that was it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know that there was a name tossed out there. I just couldn't remember.
Evelyn,
what it was.
So the one individual that he got was that Evelyn has taken up a stake. So like if he said he would addresses for havens for Juggler and Modius you said were going to be provided.
Yeah, we didn't get to that part, but it was going to be provided.
Yeah. So if they are provided at the beginning of the next game,
then
we have
a new Chris. to deal with prior to addresses being given. But I'm getting ahead of myself because
Yes.
somebody hasn't jumped into the fray on that one.
Yeah. While all of this conversation is going on, somebody decides, I want to talk to some animal friends about the information we've gotten. Oh no, I'm not outside.
Yeah.
But I've already called them.
Oh, Disney princess problems. When you summon all of your animal friends into a bookshop.
Yeah, and cause a great deal
Yeah.
of damage.
And most of them are dogs, right? Cats and dogs.
It was,
a lot of them.
It was cats, dogs, rats, lots of birds, a couple of deer, and any other woodland creatures, chipmunks, squirrels. Yeah. All of a sudden she went, ah.
And I think that was right after Tommy and Olivia. Yeah, because Tommy and Olivia had been escorted there. Olivia did the thing.
Well, they were also in the back room because they were trying to find pictures and they were trying to explain to Morgan that older kindred don't get their pictures taken. Not to
Right.
mention, you're in the middle of the back of a warehouse. What oil paintings are we holding there?
Right. And as this was going on, Kyle was also messaging somebody else, or he had said something to the effect of like, "Oh, now I just need to get a warlock." To which Morgan offered some of the ones that were working for him. Kyle had already reached out to a couple other people, and somebody replied back that they knew somebody who could help potentially. And that person agreed to help. And while waiting, while the mess was being made by the animals, and Olivia tried to rally them outside, Morgan started talking about some things in front of the Baron he probably should not have been talking about. Do you want to get into that, Kyle?
Where in the story are you? I was with. My
I'm
son
in the
was right
part
here.
that. Sorry, I'm in the part that Morgan starts talking about things he shouldn't be talking about in front of the Baron.
Oh, you mean how he mentioned his mage herd in front of yet another person immediately after being told to shut the fuck up about it?
Yes!
Yeah.
Exactly, Batman! Exactly! I'm going,
Hi, Batman.
what the fuck? And
Yeah.
we were just like, really? Really? You're doing a thing again? Really? Why?
And that poor Baron who's just had like her shop, ransacked by these animals, and this group of kindred just shows up to cause chaos, and then there's this one guy talking about his fucking mage herd. I feel so bad for her.
Oh my god. I'm like, really? Why?
Yep. So that happens, and outside, Gabe shows up, sees Olivia, sees all the animals,
Put that by the
says,
second.
"Oh boy, nothing's changed, is it?"
Nope.
Yep. And then goes inside, creeps up next to Morgan and Kyle. It's like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
assumes that this is-
Gabe and Kyle immediately established a connection of, wow, this is just a bunch of fuck shit, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, nope. Gabe's been in a part of, and partially his fault as well. Enough fuckery to know that he walked into some fuckery.
Yeah, he did, because a fucker, it's just like, oh, second first, same as the first, right.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing this again. All right. Says a little hello to Morgan, and then, says, "Well, I'm at an address, and you're the only other gentleman here, so you must be Kyle."
Yeah.
Which then Kyle was like, yep, and did not break Folderall.
Which is great. And I love that. And, they agree to work out that Kyle will give Gabe a major boon should Gabe help him find someone? And Gabe's like, sure,
Yeah.
yeah,
Why not?
why not?
Yeah.
And just like 2020 hindsight, Gabe would have probably done it for like, I don't know, a drink from the Scarlet Drop.
I mean,
Just
But
saying.
he doesn't-
Drew up
but-
the major
but-
boon, and Gabe was like, well, all right.
yeah. The funny thing is, like, Gabe doesn't even understand just how valuable that major boon is because he doesn't know
No,
what Kyle
no,
did.
but
No,
I
he
will
is
tell you. But
not.
I will tell you what that tells him, and that means that this person that you want to find must be someone important.
Or at the
Yup.
very least, important to him.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, hey, it works out, and that's where we faded things.
Mm-hmm.
Because between both of your characters,
Mm,
both of your characters are possessed by Lasombra's shadows,
yes, and they are now both in the same room.
which does not bode well for where they're at.
There will be no repercussions for this, I'm sure.
Whatsoever.
That bookshop's about to get a lot worse, isn't it?
No, it'll be even better because you won't even be able to see the masks.
Oh, that's true.
No one
That's
will
very true.
because it's
yeah.
Oblivion.
Well, and what's like even funnier is that like both the characters also have their own Oblivion, so it is kind of funny.
You
Both
keep
of
getting
them
characters
do.
with Oblivion.
Yeah,
I-
both of them
I
have
mean,
Oblivion.
they both have Oblivion.
I mean, it's great. Like I mean, Oblivion's just objectively cool though. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty solid.
Not for the cost.
Yep. Well, here we are. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like my
we
Lasombra
are.
just racked up a stain earlier today.
Oh.
It's because I rolled a 10. I didn't get hungrier. I did get a stain.
Hmm. Yeah, that should be interesting, and I'm really, really curious to see how that turns out. But at the same time, I'm even more curious to see if we can find our missing friend without Gabe having to C-3PO anybody again.
I mean, as long as we don't have to R2D2 or get them into Chewbacca mode, we're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm super excited for next week.
Well, not only that, I mean, you also look at it, we don't have William, so I don't think we're going to have to worry too much about C3Ping anyone's,
That's true. William is very C-3POable.
I mean, if you want a Malkavian that can travel in your pocket, you C3PO
Yeah,
the
that's-
Baron of Joliet.
That's exactly it.
Mm.
So, I think overall yesterday did go pretty well, despite minor things. And I mean, I know goals for this week are gonna be kind of I'm assuming we're gonna pick up where we left off. So
We're going to pick up where we left off, however, you know how I'd like to make sure we finish that scene, and then we'll
Right.
start the next Saturday.
Correct.
So goals will be a thing,
right.
just not right at the start of it.
Yeah. So I think the the problem is that depending on what happens for either one of my characters really depends on the goal.
I mean,
It's really
just-
good. So I might just have to draw up two different timelines of goals and just kind of throw them at you separately depending on what happens. So
That's fine. I think it's more going to be a tentative thing of there may or may not be a slight clash that might be coming. So it just depends on who has to lick their wounds or. Yeah.
I have both character sheets. I know right now who might have to be doing that, but
I mean, you're not wrong. And Kyle's just gonna be sitting there like, what the fuck?
I mean, the only upside is that, actually, that might be a downside. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to see what happens.
I can't wait to see what happens when Kyle realizes there are two kindred that have two Lasombra shadows connected onto them. Yeah.
I mean, that's something he has sensed the unseen. It is technically something he could end up seeing.
Oh yeah.
Well, and it's something that I believe was mentioned in front of him, at least for Tommy.
Yeah, I think you're right about
And
that.
I think that was something that you were like, mental notes.
Yeah.
Big mental note. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a
Um,
whole ass thing.
Yeah, but like with Gabe, you know,
Gabe, he doesn't really know.
yeah.
But it doesn't. I guess once Kyle notices what's going on with Gabe, it'll make complete and utter sense why he's staying with the lady. Be like, oh, you made the wise choice and decided to. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You're the smarter of the two. Well done. Poor
And
Tommy's
that's
just
accurate.
like, what
Nope,
up,
Tommy.
mate?
Tommy's a little gremlin. And he just know.
Tommy's just like, have a bet.
Yep. Tommy made the bad choice, but with only soft influencing by Ozzy.
I mean, just gentle.
Yeah.
Now you can blame all this by Ozzy.
Yep. That's what he's gonna do exactly.
This is fair. So, tentatively, I guess, what are you looking for as for goals?
Well, Gabe's got an easy goal: track down said person. Tommy's goals would be also track down said person. That's kind of where I'm starting at. So,
What are you looking at doing, Kyle?
The same, there's two high-profile missing kindred, one of which is part of Kyle's long-term plans for stability, the other of which has a blood feud with person number one. So if you find one, you're probably gonna find the other. So why not just look for both of them?
it's fair.
Do you want to tell people what Kyle's long-term plan is?
Do you
There's-
want me to take off my headphones? Would that make you feel better?
No. It's there's a lot of chaos going on in Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
and Kevin Jackson is doing a whole lot of not much about it.
As you do.
For somebody whose entire purpose is I solve problems for the Camarilla, that's not filling Roderick with a lot of inspiration. It doesn't spark joy.
I would say
So-
Jackson has that effect on people. Yes.
Yeah. So he's looking for candidates to take Praxis from Kevin Jackson.
Yeah.
And I suppose, technically speaking, Juggler did attempt to claim Praxis that one time during the War of Chicago in 1993, but he did fuck all during the entire war. So,
This is true.
like, this is like far back burner idea. Like Juggler doesn't even count as top 3.
I mean, maybe top 5, but that's stretching it.
Yeah, I mean that seems like a pretty logical plan. Like,
Yeah.
The
can't
best,
imagine why you wouldn't want to change that up.
the best part is that he actually has a possible backing by a Justicar.
Yeah, the Justicar was like, Roderick's letter was all, hey, here's what I'm thinking we should do. What do you think? And Lucinda wrote back, see if you can find a candidate first, then we'll talk.
Because he's like, here, I got all these ideas. Which one are we going with? And she's like, well, do you know how many people want to take over Chicago? Because Crown Jewel, a lot of pressure. It's not what it used to be. Some of them might not want it anymore. Just because it's a pain in the ass. So, are you sure you can find somebody to take over? Because, he's just a whole. Jackson's willing to put his neck out on the line because Jackson's stupid and foolish, or at least that's what the Justicar is thinking. And who's to say that Jackson might not have a end game of his own, that he's trying to handle all this at one time. Nobody knows it.
Can I just say, as a player,
Yeah.
I vote for Gwen. Make Gwen Prince of Chicago.
Oh yeah, everyone.
just my player vote.
Just
That's
let the Bruja become the prince. Yeah.
Yes.
Bet.
Exactly. Let's do it. It sounds like fun.
Oh my god.
I stan our Bruja queen.
Oh my god.
I mean,
People
like-
trying to plead on her emotions. She's just like, you feel good.
She can pretend.
Oh yeah, she totally pretends. I have to roll
I know.
every
She can't-
time so she can
I
do
said
performance.
she can pretend.
Oh, she can. But she's Prince. She's like, why do I have to anymore?
Yeah. I also really want to find out the situation with Augusta.
Oh, yeah. I'm
and
writing.
and I mean, if Gabe catches wind of that,
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Gabe will be like, well, of course they have claws. I mean, they're Bruja. And why else would they have weapons?
I get them having weapons. I really do. The problem is they aren't normally the kind that have them growing out of their body.
I mean, not wrong.
Like, just find me the gangrel that taught it to her. Find me that gangrel, I will consider the matter dropped.
what could go wrong with that? Nothing can go wrong with that.
Mm-mm.
Discovering she's not a Bruja, finding the name of a cool new gangrel, discovering she's actually Caitiff. That could be a massive thing going wrong, but not for us.
Right. No, that's very true. That, I mean, it's not really our problem. I'm just curious. Like,
Yeah. But it's Kyle's job to solve things. So
yeah. Well, see, and that's the difference between like Gabe and Tommy. Tommy doesn't give a shit. It's not his problem, not his issue. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to know. Gabe, on the other hand, would be like, "That's interesting. I must figure this out."
yeah, it's like trouble's afoot. Let's poke it with a stick.
Yeah, basically.
Trouble, and it's the issue of environment. Quiet now. We'll poke it with a stick and see how it reacts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like, we're in this strange land. Crikey!
Yeah.
It's like, and Kyle's over here. Where did that accent come from? It's like, would you take a look at the size of that butte?
It's a real beaut. Always hangry.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Is this a bit?
Yes, it's a total bit. It's most of our Australian friends now. The ears are bleeding. They're probably turning up on the backs going, no more, please, just end it.
Yeah, I'm sorry if there's anybody from Australia watching.
I don't
Feel
think
free
Sorry,
to make
Bebby.
Feel free to make fun of our accent.
No,
Of our
Ben is not
terrible
in our
Australian
stream right
accents.
now, but that's fine.
Yeah, no,
That's
Bemmy
fine.
Bemmy was
That's
the storyteller
good.
in the game that I alluded to earlier. So we know we know he's turned in because he lives in the future and it
Well,
is
then I don't have to
1940.
apologize for Bemmy, okay?
But if there are any other Australians in the chat, feel free to make fun of our accents in the comments.
I mean, you're not wrong. We've done it. We are horrible. I mean,
So yeah, we're looking forward to next week. I think that it'll be a blast. I'm glad that we're gonna have Nerdy Encounters back with us.
Yeah.
yay!
Yes.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Not enough. Don't get enough games with her.
And I mean, Nerdy in this chronicle is a mage, so I will be having to write some mage things in. So this will be weird and entertaining. And speaking of Bem, he just gave me a sheet, which we will now get to work into our chronicle at some point. And I bet you any money the assholery will be even more real than it was last season, because he's playing a Toreador.
Oh.
Now, Or counter offer. Don't write an any mage stuff so the mage can come in and be like, oh, this is what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about it? Well, it looks like a whole hell of a lot of not my fucking business.
Yeah.
Thirst.
It's like, wait, where you go? You could just magic all this away.
That-
I didn't awaken for your bullshit Twilight problems.
Yep. That poor mage. Poor mage.
Oh my god.
Dealing with all these dumb kindred.
I'm sorry. You are worried about you sparkling while you're telling other people what your hurt is? Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
worry about the
Yeah,
sparkle.
but sure, focus on that $50 billion suit you had made, whatever.
You know, it's a 50
Poor baby Ventru.
at cash value, the suit starts at 20,000. But then he decides to get it custom upgraded and put together to the point where it's now over $50,000 and it's warded for almost everything you could possibly think of. Is Kevlar made, so it's bullet resistant, fire resistant. I mean, the only thing it's not resistant is probably Oblivion.
I mean, I'm sure it's warded against lupines, but all that really does is make you a bit spicy going down the throat.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong. You're
Ooh, a
not
spicy
wrong.
snack.
Yeah.
I was in the mood for some Takis anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this one's already seasoned.
Look at guys, they come pre-seasoned and pre-flavored.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, oh my god.
Yep.
No, I find it funny because of the way that people have built up their characters, and the way they've built them up, they think it's an absolute. And I'm thinking, there are no absolutes in the world of darkness. There's no absolutes in Vampire. So therefore, for absolutes to be absolutes, it's not the game we're playing, my dear. Because if you're thinking your suit's gonna take care of all that shit, matter for an entropy can just make that shit fade away.
Look, all I'm saying is like, there's always ways around that.
I mean, you're lucky I haven't turned around and gotten the changelings to put you into the dreaming yet. Which is an option. And it would not be Boblin that would do it.
Well, that actually is probably good though.
You'd probably get
Kyle is not upset by that.
Yeah. No, it would probably...
Although Kyle hasn't met Boblin, I don't think.
I don't...
No, I don't
it was
think he
Mikey
has.
he did.
Mikey met Boblin.
Mikey's not a fan.
I don't think Kyle would be a fan either.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think Kyle would be a fan of Boblin.
Mm-mm. Unless they actually caught Boblin on a non-caffeine day.
Maybe.
Because
Isn't a Boblin caffeine day any day that ends in Y?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Or you actually catch her before she's got to go to court, and she can't have caffeine because she can't bounce around the court.
That's
So
true.
she's in her pretty poofy dress, her hair all done up and shit, and then she has to be slow.
We can make this work because doesn't Olivia have Facesight or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what we do: hire Olivia to use Facesight to see her when she's going in her poofy dress, and then we'll capture her and have her meet Kyle. It'll be fine.
And yeah, she'll just actually glamorize everyone so they can see her in her whole pixie glory. And then, yeah, she'll actually be talking slow. Well, slow to her, normal for everyone else.
Would be fun.
Yeah.
It would be interesting. I don't know how I would play Boblin going at 45 speed instead of 90.
I don't know. Do it when you're really tired. Just like purposefully, like just be really tired for stream one day
Be like,
and only play it.
okay, we're playing Vampire, guys. Alright, yep, do the roll. Sure. Oh,
Hey Junie, I rolled a quadruple 27 crit.
Okay, you killed the dinosaur
Awesome.
and the dragon. And
Okay, you blew up the world. It's fine. Game over. Just let me
Yeah.
go to bed.
Yeah.
this
It's
is fine. Oh, Yummy Pea
I rolled.
Boblin.
I rolled a 20 quintuple crit. Cool. You shot through all 3 people and the bullet kept going. You hit Norgan's nuke. Everything's dead.
Oh, better yet. No. You were so good at what you did. The people in LA and even Baron Victor Temple, they're aware of the plot. They're aware of what you did. And now they're coming to help you. Good job. Good gang.
Kyle over here. I wasn't trying to get more barons here. Fuck.
There's too many of them.
Oh, by the
Surrounded
way.
by barons.
By the way,
Then again, that gives me an excuse to try to do Baron Victor Temple on the stream.
oh God, I'd love to be watching that going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Walk over there. Just look at it. Tommy. Heard about you from Gary Golden. Baron Victor Temple, undisputed Baron of the Valley.
That's accurate. That's 100% accurate. Yeah.
He's Ventry, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
110%.
I was like, wait, he's Ventry, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's not a Toreador. He's not going to do.
Yeah.
He didn't do what Kyle did when he first saw Tommy.
That's all right. No, see, there's a difference. Tommy doesn't care and appreciates that kind of blatant, honest disrespect.
Yeah, I mean,
It's those Ventry you can't trust.
He keeps telling Jesper he's beautiful in his own way.
Yeah, I know.
yeah, it's just like I still say you're beautiful, Jasper. You make it all work for you.
Which is true, he does. Oh my God. So,
I mean, he got Eva. He's doing something right.
well, I find it hilarious because if I was to actually chill out and relax and not really come here sleepy so I can play like a Loki Boblin, I'm like, yeah, you got Victor. Oh, better yet, you also have Prince Vannevar coming, and I will let Rob play the Prince because I can't play crazy right now.
I mean, bringing him out of LA would remove him from Teresa's influence, so you'd actually have a more or less lucid Vannevar Thomas.
I don't think it wears off just because you've left the station.
Well, no,
That
it's
is of
not that it
LA.
wears off. It's the fact that as long as you're not literally constantly being dementated, you have the ability to start working towards your ambitions to recover the willpower damage.
Or better yet, Vannevar goes, I need my fuck you, asshole.
Vannevar needs his fuck you asshole. Got it.
No, Vannevar needs his entourage and his attaches with him, and he just brings Teresa along.
I don't think he would bring Therese along when he ostensibly thinks Therese is his person on the inside of the Anarchs.
Yeah, but what?
For LA.
But who better to bring if you're going to deal with Anarchs in Chicago?
But if he's coming to Chicago, he's not coming to deal with them like that.
I don't write this shit. I just say,
I would imagine that. I would imagine
oh, Jesus.
that a prince, at least of the years of which my cousin Kevin Jackson has ruled over the crown jewel, would have his own mechanisms in place for such an occasion.
I'm trying not to go cross-eyed with that one.
What are you saying? That wasn't a good one?
No, that was good. That's why I was crossing my eyes.
Okay.
I think the last live game I was in where Vannevar Thomas was in it was when they turned around and made the blood wine out of Vannevar's own blood. And I was just like, Artemis was just like, I'm glad I did not drink this. Oops. It all dropped and fell. My bad. I will not apologize for that. Anyhow. Oh my god. I know it's pretty outside, guys, but can we load down on the engine roaring? Thank you.
Didn't even hear that one.
Oh, I'm hearing a whole lot of it. It's like, okay, I'm trying to focus. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Chicagoland in the middle of summer. Good talk.
But yeah, no, Baron Temple, yeah. Undisputed Baron of the Valley. Now, Tom, you're probably wondering why I'm reaching out to you, and to make it very simple, you owed somebody who owed somebody who owed somebody who owes me, and through all of that, this right now means that you owe me. So what I need you to do is just round up some people, get some people who are good at talking, but also maybe get some people who are good at just getting shit done, because sometimes it's good to get things solved diplomatically, but sometimes it's just good to check somebody, you know? So yeah, like I'm working
Tommy
on
would just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the whole ass mood.
So tell you what, like, I got a job for you and whoever you decide to round up. I've got a minor Temple of Boom satellite office down in Chicago. So if you could just meet there, you get all the deets then. Later.
Hey, that's an idea. Should we bring a Temple of Boom satellite office into Chicago?
I mean, that's up to you, storyteller.
That's an idea. I will have to ask B Dave. But yeah, that would be funny. I'm down with it. Oh my god. That would be hilarious. So any predictions for next week?
Predictions. Kyle gets fed up and shoots one of the other three player characters.
I mean, that's every session.
No.
Been in.
First of all, he went the entirety of the previous game without he has some friends that he likes to keep really close to his heart, about 1.5 feet down to the left and to the right, respectively.
Though I will point,
they're very good speakers. One of them, of just a little bit ago, made one incredibly well-elocuted argument about why a plane shouldn't be taking off, and it was so well said that the pilot immediately agreed and brought the plane right down as fast as it could.
AKA somebody did a great shot. Though I will point out, in this whole situation in the bookstore, only one person noticed somebody in that bookstore that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
And that certain person may or may not be telling somebody.
Certain other people's.
Or somebody also has the phone on with an ongoing phone call with earbuds and people can hear what is being said. I'm waiting for Tommy to think on this. Tommy's just like, what? What am I missing? What did I forget to do?
I know. I'm like, I feel like I should know, but I don't.
You should know. That's the funny part.
You mind filling me in?
Because you pointed it out earlier.
It is something that you spoke about out of character in this very stream.
Mm-hmm. Now, come on, you can do this. I believe in you. Do you need the magic bean juice?
Yes.
Okay, well, while
It's been a long weekend, yes.
Sai is thinking about this, oh boy, another character that I would love to do on a stream. Fiorenza.
Kyle, my boy.
Yeah, Morgan, my boy.
That'll be entertaining
It's a-
as fuck.
I hear you've been running my attaché ragged. Might I ask why?
I am gonna put a clue to Tommy.
Please do, because oh, fuck, you're right. Okay. Okay, you're right.
And this is where Sai realizes I was just giving them a clue too.
Yes, you were. I know.
For those that don't know, Kyle rolled high enough on his Sensi Unseen to see that a certain retainer was let into not only the bookstore, but into the back of the bookstore to listen in on all the conversation because somebody has obfuscates. And on top of that, because they aren't touching anything, nor are they engaging in any spoken words louder than a whisper, nothing is being broken.
Yeah. I would love to find out where Fiorenza learned to obfuscate, because that's the only way Penny could get obfuscate.
I mean, Fiorenza is all-knowing and all-powerful.
I mean, objectively not, but
And
sure.
she may or may not have, shall we say, traded a couple of things for that.
I mean, she obviously would have, but that's still like something I would love to know.
I feel like a dumbass right now
It's
that I
fine.
did not. I didn't even. And you know what? It was one of those things that it's like you said it on stream, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody
Awesome.
may or may not be either recording this, having a call being done, so that Fiorenza is aware of everything that is going on.
Great. Great.
And I think Fiorenza is technically in Houston right now.
I mean, the last the last in canon place that I think Fiorenza has been was, if not in Houston, the last one that I can remember was Fiorenza was actually in Mexico,
Yeah.
taking former Sabat territories that had been more or less vacated due to the Sabat going, hey, it's everything we've been training for, let's go, and fucking off to the Middle East for the Gehenna War.
Yeah. Great, bye! We're taking your shit.
Yeah. Fiorenza went, hey, that's a whole lot of territory down there. And we've kind of been running out of Destiny to manifest up here in America. So,
Pace! So, yeah, while that's all going on, Fiorenza is getting all this information. She might not be the one actually on the call with Penny,
But you know it's getting passed.
Oh,
You know it's getting
yeah.
Great. That's great.
Especially after someone admitted to the Baron, they have mages.
yeah. I mean, oh, yeah. Oh, now Fiorenza knows that somebody's got mages in the basement.
Yup.
Well, actually, strictly speaking, she's known as long as Penny's known, because the way that particular lore sheet item works is Penny tells Fiorenza everything that yeah. Like,
But
Fiorenza's known the entire time,
But it came from his mouth.
yeah. But not only that, but now she knows he's just telling people.
So therefore, Penny's going, look, I can't
target just got
control. Penny's like, I can't control him And I cannot do a whole lot of anything when he just goes, "Oh, I have this, I have that."
Mm.
So it's kind of her backing her own shit up, and it's funny because as Vampire gets played, people don't realize who's there, what's in play, what's been put in front of you. What you could assume is this, overly effective assistant, and not realize that they were put in place as a pawn. Who's to say that Penny's assistant isn't just another Fiorenza's retainers to back up what Penny is saying? Because not only is Morgan becoming a threat, he's becoming a threat to the clan and to the Camarilla. So what if I haven't really figured that out yet, but what if there are 2 Fiorenza retainers there?
Oh boy. Like, it's like, oh boy, look at all these bullseyes I put all over me. Mm-hmm. I sure hope nobody decides to take advantage of those.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the whole thing.
So that's what's going on. That's what happened last week.
Yay!
So it'll be interesting and highly entertaining. And I hope you guys are all here for next week. Because holy shit.
Oh, it'll be great. I expect a next session to be like real good.
Oh yeah.
Real good in the way that, it's always real good, but like
yeah,
with some extra fuckery.
Well, we're all for the extra fuckery, let's be honest.
Exactly.
But it will be interesting and I'm here for it. So I'm hoping that we all have a great time next week, and definitely we'll have fun seeing how it goes. Yeah. So with that being said, I think we're good for everything. We've covered everything we needed to.
Yeah, I think that's it for today. So,
all right,
everybody have a good week.
We will see you next Saturday for the insanity of it all.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Bye. Be well.